Welcome in, everybody. Just being a little crazy. Gotta live up to my so-called reputation. The art of pain, welcome in. Hope you're having a good evening. Good evening, Ryan. I just started a Hipsy event, so if you want to go check out the link, I very well can share the event. Copy, copy, and go here. No, I don't. Oh, it's just right there. It's just right there. 23 hours ago. One view. That's the live that I have right there. One view 23 hours ago. Would you believe it? This is the current live right here. YouTube, get it together. You see that? 23 hours ago. One view. Give me a break. It's only 3 minutes in. Makes no difference to me. And 3 likes. And I've got 5 likes up here. Okay. There we go. If you're new here, welcome in. You can check out my description box. It'll tell you all about it. If you're returning, welcome back. Cheers. Gonna get started shortly because I'm only 5'2". Hope you're all having a great evening. Welcome in. How are you? Awesome. Perfect idea. I'll do that. Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that. There we go. So welcome in everybody. I'm going to do some channeling this evening. I'm going to do a collective reading this evening. I hope you're all enjoying your evening. I'm on here a little early because I'm on a different schedule now. First off, I want to give a shout out to all my members, tribe members, my tribe that are healing right now and taking the time out to get through their shit and get ready to create a temple within. You very well could be already starting to kind of materialize that in your manifestation. The big thing is to be creative in your endeavors and to dream big, okay? It's supposed to inspire you, okay? So it's all for a good purpose. But as you know, you have to clean out the cobwebs before you can start manifesting. Welcome in now. Hey, Gnostic. Doing alright, doing alright. I can't even read your name, but a way to just come in the chat and just out yourself and project all that all out in the chat. You're ridiculous. Anyway, I'm just going up the chat right now, looking into it. Hope everybody's had a great night. For everybody to tap in. If you'd like a personal reading, you can do so. There's a link currently tagged. I've got a pre-order now, so it's probably on discount currently. So if you want to go get a discounted reading, it should be available. The store is open, so go check out the merch. Alright, what is the deal? Okay, what else? Okay. Somebody's in a very stubborn energy. I'm also hearing no more secrets. They don't want to learn anything, but they don't want to hold back anymore because they love you. They can't hold back anymore. They don't want to be in a karmic relationship. And they're not having the abundance that they thought they would. Oh, smells like karma. Oh, they respect you now. Interesting. Soon? Communication of love, and apparently they're going to tell you how stupidly dumb their life has been. They got tied up in a karmic mess. Cesspool comes to mind, but anyway, they don't want to be in any more physical pain. The funny thing is, collective, they probably could have avoided that had they made a different decision. Yeah. It seems as though they may have healed some childhood wounds. Now then again, this very well could be you. Welcome in, Radiant. Welcome in, Mary. Can we get a cat card, please? Thank you. It's not me. Oh. Let's clarify that. What do you mean it's not me? Queen of Swords. Five of Pentacles. And Five of Wands. With the Ten of Pentacles hiding in the back of the Five of Pentacles. The Hierophant. The Seven of Swords. It clarified on its side the Five of Wands in reverse. So there's some sort of misunderstanding or reconciliation. But yeah, this is just sabotage and make you overthink. It's all more fucking garbage. So just focus on moving forward. Dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Typical, typical, typical. Typical gaslighting. They didn't learn a lesson. Learning was in the reverse, and education was in the reverse. Chances are they might have even lied about their education. Burden of tears, no abundance. Alright, Spirit. Give us another go, shall we? Let's go. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. If you feel like tapping in to add your energy, I'm just going to give you guys a shout out to my members that are healing. Keep going, you're doing a great job. The big thing is to feel through it, show it compassion, show it love. Don't be sitting, don't be dwelling, don't be in a negative perspective. Look at it from an objective perspective. This is how you're healing it. This is how you're moving through it as a warrior. I got 73% on my poll that I posted there yesterday or whatever, where to go. And 73% of you said that you're tribe strong and that you're healing, and I'm proud of you. It takes a lot to go through, but it's worth every bit of it. And as you do, you'll start to feel that release. Okay? Is there any message to my tribe? Oh, okay. Any more? I'm being told karma will be ensued to your adversaries, the ones that are coming up against you. They will regret. Continue moving with love, because a lot of this may bring back up a lot of anger, and it's about transmuting that to something beautiful. Okay? So if you get kind of bored in the reflection of it, bring it back out into something positive. So start painting, drawing, building something. Do something to transmute that. Use that as fuel to bring you out. Okay? Allow it to be expressed in a way that might be a healing experience for yourself rather than a negative one. Taking up Tai Chi or yoga, meditation, uh, you can go fishing, you can go kayaking, hiking, be in nature. You are coming into an alignment where you are getting ready to, it's going to be opposite the relationship that you have had in your past. And it's because of the growth, it's because of the shift, it's because of the transmutation that you're doing right now. All right? You're setting yourself up for dharmic relationships. So something that is more in sync and more in alignment with who you are. Okay? Now, some of you might actually be thinking, feeling a little bit of anger within. Why the hell didn't I do this a long time ago? Why did I have to wait so long? Because once you start feeling the release, you're going to start feeling what it feels like to finally let it go and it's actually healed. And the fact that you've been holding on for it so long, you really do have a bit of an anger that comes over you. So this is what you need to transmute, okay? Maybe talk about it. Maybe talk about your experience, about going through your dark night of the soul or through your reflection. It all depends on really what you've experienced in the past, of what you're going to be looking at, what you're trying to hash out, right? But this is where, the truth, it may sting a little, but it will set you free, ultimately. And this is one thing you have to look forward to. But the key to all of this is to transmute all of that energy into something beautiful. To bottle it up and put it on the shelf. What? What's going on? One more? Oh no, card please. Come on. One card. One card. Education on the bottom. Come on, one more card. Thank you. You got message of warning. So somebody's probably pissed off that you're healing, right? They can't manipulate you anymore. Maybe they want to come in and communicate. They think they're going to dish out some sort of karma to you. Meanwhile, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. Yeah, they're going to regret it. Yeah, they're definitely not connected to their higher source. Yeah, and they're definitely not happy. And it's mainly because they're trying to keep these secrets secret. Interesting. But the whole thing is the fact that they were going to regret it very, very soon as to what they put you through. This is representing a message of love and a message of freedom from spirit. Okay? So this is going to show people how divinely protected you actually are, collective. You won't be losing in this. You're not going to gain their respect, right? But the thing is, you're not going to lose in it either. And that's quite alright. What kind of karma is going to ensue? Five of Pentacles. Somebody's being left out in the cold. The Hanged Man. Okay. King of Swords. Somebody's guarding their truth. They're not hung up anymore. They've had a bit of an awakening, right? And this is somebody's karma. They don't like it. What's the deal? The karma. We got the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant in the reverse. So something went south with Taurus, maybe. Otherwise, I don't know. It seems like they're angry. There's anger there. There's karma there. They're all hung up. Somebody had an awakening because somebody's standing in their truth. And it's about being left out in the cold, or because they're being left out in the cold because of this. The Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. I get a feeling like they don't, whoever this person is, they're not really in the position of saying anything by the looks of it. They're not a person of any type of stability. They're very stuck in their ways. They don't want to learn the lesson. Why? Why do I even bother have to read this? Okay, I won't. Next. I'm not even going to read this. Because it doesn't matter whether or not I come into the chat clear-minded, protected, whatever. Somehow, someway, they weasel their way in. So anyway, to my tribe, you're doing a great job. That's the big thing. And I'm celebrating more on the inside than I am right now on the outside. I'm extremely inspired and happy that you are working through it. To the ones that can't get in and they can't chat and all they can do is watch, I'm really, really sorry. I don't have control over it. I somehow do, but I don't have control over as to why you can't chat. Specifically my members. My members are more than welcome to chat, but I don't understand why it doesn't allow them and it somehow kicks them out. It doesn't make any sense to me. The fact that my revenue has dwindled quite a bit in the last little bit is got me questioning whether or not YouTube is the app to be. I'd like to think it is. I guess time will tell. But anyway, what animal whisper do I have for my tribe? Okay. Alright, I call on the Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, to come in to protect my chat, please. Anyone that has any ill will, let them be blocked out. Let any ill will sent my way be returned to sender tenfold. Let it be bound to them for eternity. Let it haunt them. We're not welcoming any old energy back into our life collective, specifically the ones that are healing from karmic soul ties and families and integrated chaos. No, we're done with that energy. We're moving on, we're moving up, we're stepping up into our new timeline. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They want to act like fools, they can stay behind. Ay, 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 ay. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light. Thank you for being here, for guiding, protecting. Please protect. Call on Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael to be here to help sort shit out. I love you both. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your protection. Trying to get into a collective reading, but I wish the X and the Karmics would just get the fuck out of my energy for the evening. Like, fuck off already. I know they're watching. I'm not stupid. I can feel their energy. They're a bunch of fucking hooligans that need to get brake checked right into a snowball. Specifically the ones that sabotaged my car. But I hear Spirit saying they've already got their karma. I didn't even have to live to finger. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Alright. Let's see what the unknown archetypes have to say. Mary, I'm going to stick to collectives tonight. I've got a Hipsy discount pre-thingamabob on there. Unless you have a code word for me. I haven't set that up to my Hipsy crew. I haven't set up the code word. But there is a freebie one on there. There should be a freebie one currently. If it is, great. If it's not, you can throw your code word in on that one if you want. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're missing out. It's strictly for my Hipsy crew. Alright, Spirit. What's the message for the collective? What's the deal? Take these off. It's been a while. Let my eyes adjust to a normality. I can't really see the chat all that well though. So behave. Alright, we got the empty room and we've got the village. The empty room is upside down and it's kind of giving me a feeling like there's something that you can't go back to. It's like there's not a room available. There's no room available. It's like it's giving me an unwanted feeling. It has something to do with loyalty, I think. You didn't fit the mold anymore. You couldn't fit in the box anymore that they wanted you to fit in. Yeah, it was pretty well the ending to that whole aspect. And I get a feeling of premeditated, right? You're the king of your own castle as well, right? And you had to branch out to go somewhere else because you couldn't fit where you wanted to be. It wasn't for you anymore. Isn't that such a beautiful blue eye? Oh, wow. Cables. Now look that one up. The Shaman as the cap card. I think you're stepping into a new paradigm of energetic and spirituality. You're stepping into who you are. You're remembering who you are. I'm getting a lot of sense of rebirth with this as well. hmm Let's look into this a little bit, shall we? Where did you go? Right here. That's definitely what I wanted to look into. Yeah, mythic time and synchronicity. We've all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time stands still, slow motion, or losing track of time, or walking on a walk, or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules within this non-linear realm. We accept divine timing, and single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or to act. When this card appears, it's all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. It's about getting in alignment and ease in decisions and action and being able to make those decisions at the right time, not having to fight against time. The word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness, when it becomes a nourishing fruit, sweet to the lips. Compare the Greek words chronos and kairos. This will guide you to an understanding of logos and mythos. Yeah, so you're definitely stepping into something bigger than you. And that's part of the healing process, right? Realizing that there's something deeper going on here. It's not just a reality filled with deception and lies. There's actually something to think about. There's actually something to be serious about. Life is more than just a joke, after all. Who would have thought? All right. Let's do a three stack of animal whispers for an overall message. Yeah, the world's lost its grace and nobility. The world's lost a lot of its integrity because of the actions of these particular people. And we don't have a self-reliance availability anymore. We're having to rely on our community. We're having to rely on each other. And it's coming to that point where inflation in our economies across the world, they seem to be in chaos right now. And the ability to be self-reliant is next to impossible. whole idea is to step into your higher calling, and this will return you to your alignment. This will return the integrity and quality to your moments in which you exist. I get a feeling that the information that people are seeking isn't the correct information. People are not getting the message. The message is falling on deaf ears to some degree. People are thinking that they're understanding, but they really don't. They have no idea. They can't even wrap their head around the possibility. And I'm getting a feeling that to feel that everyone can do what you do, it's not possible. It's almost as if I'm holding too much expectation of certain people. However, I can hope that one can move through it and empower themselves, because it seems like something is something is losing power and spark, and it's as if it's kind of giving me the feeling that certain people have been going through certain reflections that they're holding on to that they don't know really how to look at yet. And I'm being told that there very well could be a possibility you still haven't taken a step back and looked at it outside of yourself. Okay? And I have a feeling there's particular people that are getting caught in the rut. And I ask of you to get yourself up and out of that rut. You have the choice to stand up. You don't have to sit in the mud. It's a simple choice of getting up and stepping up and out of the rut, even for a moment. Because I get a feeling that people are feeling a little bit powerless and they're not getting the message. But this is about following through with their higher calling. This isn't meant to rip you apart. This isn't meant to tear you down. This is meant to elevate you. This is meant to bring you to a place of benefit and healing and courage and strength and vitality. You cannot do that without empowering yourself. So living in this victim mentality isn't going to serve you anymore. And this is where you very well could recognize that this victim mentality is not meant for you anymore. It's been holding you back from stepping up and out of that. This is a recognition that you're ready for this step. And this is a releasing and a dying off of your old self, stepping into your warrior boots, recognizing that you are a survivor, recognizing that you still do have possibilities ahead of you. So when you're going through this reflection and you're feeling like your light is going out and you don't have any hope, there's always hope. If you are opening up your eyes, if you're able to speak with your mouth and get your word across, and you're able to feel with your heart, you have you have all the hope in the world to have that all balanced and equilibrium to move forward. Now, I'm not expecting you to do all of this work all at once. It's to acknowledge the work, it's to acknowledge the steps, it's to go through with it when you're ready. If you're feeling that you need to take some time out because, you know, maybe your spark is going out, maybe you're losing power, maybe you're tired. I'm not expecting you to exert yourself. I don't want you to overdo it. This is the whole aspect of being compassionate. It's not something that you need to trouble yourself and punish yourself with. This isn't to punish you. It's to help strengthen you by taking the rose-colored glasses off and seeing it for what it is. Seeing the deception for what it is. Seeing the lies for what it is. Seeing the truth for what it is. And standing on it. Knowing that a lot of us, a lot of my tribe has been manipulated. They've gone through a lot in their life. And to a lot of you, it doesn't make sense why you would go through this and why you would put yourself through this. But it's something that we've been conditioned into throughout our life. And it's a realization that there's so much more to the world outside of the box. There's so much more to the world in our life outside of that village. And it's up for discovery. And sometimes, by letting go, it's bringing you to a place where you can't go back to it. There's no going back. Mainly because the bridges have been burned. You've enjoyed your marshmallow. And you're moving on. You're already in this king or queen energy. You're already standing at your throne. Stepping into your shaman energy. Making a difference in the world. If people want to sleep on you, they can go ahead and sleep on you. Not a problem. They're the ones that are going to miss out, not you, collective. The ones that don't want to do the work, the ones that just want to go out and have fun, they're going to be left behind. Because they chose not to follow their inner guide, inner light. It's not about how many people you save. It's that you save yourself and that you know your self-worth and know that you are extremely important to Mother Gaia. And getting divine intervention is upon us. Listen to the signs and synchronicity. I'm still kind of feeling bad about that prediction I had about the storm. Here I kind of thought that it was coming in a little later, but apparently it was right on time. Almost 2-3 feet in some places. Some people are without power. And it seems like there's another bout of it coming through from what I've just received. There's another bout coming through and then it's going to get warm. So it may stay for a bit, but it's going to melt real quick. It's just basically come in to focus on the ribs and leave. You know, just to say, yeah, I'm here. I'm just on vacation right now. Leave a message after the beep. Anyway. Welcome in, Ellie. Alright, can we get a collective overall energy check-in message from our tribe? biggest blessed message for my tribe I need to know about? Hmm. First two cards out is the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Six of Swords. If you know, you know, okay? Six of Swords on its side and Two of Pentacles on its side. If you're a tarot reader and you know my story and you know what I'm dealing with, you're probably laughing your ass off. I wouldn't put it past you. How did I slip up? I ended up getting a revelation of a prediction of a weather storm. Here I'm thinking it's coming in like beginning of January, February, and it popped its ass right into where I left within like days of me even saying it. That's where I screwed up. What's the Eight of Wands? Three of Cups. Okay. You might have to. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, they're relentless. So there's celebrations, there's independence, and there's a taking stock of what you've got going on, right? And then we've got something's not over and sabotage. Somebody's collaborating against some sort of wish fulfillment, some sort of independence. Two of Wands. They want a partnership up, but it's like an ultimatum. You either let me in on the deal or I'll destroy it all so you don't have anything. That might get you, punching right in the throat, to be honest. King of Cups. Yeah, you're guarding your heart. You're not moving forward with this bullshit. Absolute nonsense. Somebody doesn't want to heal. We're back into the same stupid ass energy. They're sitting there laughing their ass off. Why would I want to bestow any blessings on the Karmics when they're the ones sabotaging it to begin with? Right? They won't even let you get your feet on the ground to even think about, you know, any type of compassion in their direction. They won't even allow that. Heaven forbid. They just want you trapped up in your head. So, yeah, Nav of Swords. They're watching. I know you're watching. I already called it. Dumbasses. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Oh, they're relentless. Just get over yourself. Get out of the fucking reading already. Queen of Wands. Yeah, They see you looking pretty right now, right? And they want to give back to you what they took, what they stole. Maybe they're feeling guilty. Maybe the fact that they see you in this King of Cups energy where you're guarding your heart. Maybe that's why they're watching. They're waiting for you to put your guard down. And you're walking away to a brighter day. That's bullshit. They think in time is going to erase it. It's not going to erase anything. They think time is going to go by and you're going to eventually cool down. That's not the case. It's the case that you're just going to be nothing. And the fact that I'm just going to move on with my life anyway. Because you're going to eventually go broke trying to sabotage me. So, with every step of the way, you're just making me more resilient. So, you're not necessarily helping me, but you're not necessarily sabotaging me either, like you want. Divinely guided, guarded, and protected. 10 steps ahead. So, somebody's casting illusions. Just think of all that energy. Keep your boundaries up, collective. Keep your boundaries up, tribe. All this work is being recorded. They think they think they're being clever. They really think they're being clever. Yeah. But they're losing strength and they're being exposed. They're losing strength and they're being exposed. Because they're about to crack. Some of them are desperate. Some of them are obsessed. Depending on who you're dealing with. But needless to say, karma is on its way. Yeah. Any new ideas are being stopped in their tracks. And chaos is going to ensue. Mhm. The fact that you're just focusing on yourself, the fact that you're focused on your healing, the fact that you're not focused on anybody else is giving them no ammo uh, to sabotage, because they want to sabotage your relationship, and because you're loving on yourself, and because you're loving on, you're trying to heal your heart space because you're doing that. They've got nothing to jump on. They've got nothing to infiltrate. They've got nothing to sabotage because you're not saying anything. You're keeping it pretty well quiet. So you know how they say they're grasping at straws? What happens when there's no straws left, right? It's kind of funny, if you ask me. It's kind of funny. Aw, shucks, another checkmate. The whole thing is, collective, when you get to know your abuser and you get to know them in a way that, and you learn their tactics, what happens is you learn these tactics so well that you get to predict what's actually going to happen next. And because they use the same playbook, You're going to notice the same stupid ass playbook played by other people, right? And for some degree, some of them are going to be very, very giving, okay? But they're not giving of themselves, they're giving of objects. If they do not give of themselves, it's a red flag. They should be able to sit and be able to reflect and actually have a half decent communication and conversation. If it's a very shallow conversation, chances are it's not a person you want to be hanging out with. Because chances are, if the conversation is rather shallow, then they're not one to reflect. They're not one to go deep. And that's also a red flag. People that don't like going down the rabbit hole kind of scare me. Ten of Swords in the moon. Somebody's putting an end to the illusion. The Strength card coming out. Invoke your inner warrior. It's almost time to rise, collective. Eight of Swords. Some of you are all up in your head. Oh, what's going to happen next? What's next? Oof. I'm not supposed to speak of it yet. Knight of Pentacles. Confirmation. Confirmation. Mhm. Pray tell if I clarify this. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, okay. Somebody wants to bring in wish fulfillment. This is actually a good. This is actually a good message. They've been watching for quite some time, and apparently they're on their way. Three of Cups. They're coming to celebrate. Okay. Maybe I do want to clarify this. What's the Strength card? That's a heck of a lot. There's rest. There's collaboration. There's a recognition of the feeling that you're feeling trapped right now. Unstable, lost, person, feeling somehow. Okay, so you very well could be trapped right now as to what direction as to where to go. It's because you're in the process of being introduced to a new partnership. Um, this is going to bring a lot of rest, a lot of balance, a lot of collaboration, and this whole idea of you being trapped is and moving in a new direction. You're going to understand once this happens. Once this particular meeting happens, it's going to change things. Um, yeah. So it's about a perspective change, really. Let's check out with the dragon. Let's clarify with the dragon. That works. Welcome in, Tammy. Thank you so much. GG. Boring gun guy. What's going on with the Eight of Swords? It's all trapped up in the head. Not trapped up in the head anymore. Nine of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, this is a clarification of no longer trapped up in the head. You're gaining strength. It's either that or somebody's gaining strength to come forward and offer some sort of stability. They're just taking their time. They're not in their head anymore. They're not trapped up in their head. There's nothing going on that way. It's just there's something unstable right now. King of Coins in reverse, but they are coming in with some sort of cup of compassion. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody can't walk away. Somebody doesn't want to walk away. Okay, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Some more. Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's almost as if I get a feeling that somebody doesn't feel they're worthy enough to come forward. Who are we even talking about? Who are we talking about? Four of Wands. Somebody wants to come forward, but they don't feel they're worthy enough, but they're wanting stability. Six of Cups. So this is somebody new. Okay. This is somebody new. Six of Cups is in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. But they don't feel that they can give you what you are wanting. They don't feel they amount or measure up. That's what I'm feeling. Knight of Coins. But they want to bring some sort of stability to you. It's not necessarily compassion, but it's more or less stability. Like it's kind of like it's a stability, like a maybe a business offer. We got the Empress here in the reverse. What about the Empress in reverse? Oh, King of Swords in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, and Seven of Cups in reverse. So this motherfucker is totally obsessed with you. And they're into self-destructive mode. They're wishy-washy, but they're coming in with some sort of new idea that they want to work with you. No, you can't even balance out a paper bag. Why would you even balance out anything with me? I wouldn't have you balance out even I wouldn't even have you balance my sock drawer, let alone my books, let alone my silverware, let alone anything else in my life. You can't even balance out a paper bag. So no, no, no thanks. Keep your offers to yourself. Go somewhere else. Anyway, Eight of Wands, Knight of Cups. They're coming in because there's some sort of other offers coming in and they don't. Yeah, they want to intercept. They want to be a cockblocker. Interesting. How surprising. Yeah, Two of Wands. They want to be the one moving forward with you. Knight of Coins. They want to be with the one coming in with some sort of stability and moving forward in a partnership. Like, give me a break. No, no. You're not going to come in and be a pick-me. You know, no. I'm going to get the bug spray in a second. Like, get out of here. Save your life. Really. It's either bug spray or a punch in the throat. Pick one. The Five of Swords in reverse. What the hell do they want to reconcile? Ah, judgment. Oh, so what? Did they get in trouble? Nine of coins. Yeah, they made a judgment call on some sort of independence. Interesting. Tell me more. Yeah, the ace of coins in the reverse. They tried to take that away from you, and somehow they want to reconcile that by coming in and no, no. A big fat bye, Felicia. It's cherries and whipped cream on top if you want it. But you can go buy that yourself and dress it up yourself. Nine of yeah, nine of cups. So they want you in this mad bitch energy. That's what their wish fulfillment is. That's why they're coming in like this. They just want to get you all riled up. That's their wish fulfillment. That's how much of a stab they are. Yeah, because they can't handle the guilt from all the betrayal. That's why they want to come in and heal that. Yeah, but all they want to do really is bring conflict. More conflict. Like, the math ain't mathing anymore. Like, how is one supposed to get on with their life when they have this types of energy? Oh yeah, just move on. Just let it go. Yeah, you can't do it with this type of energy. It's impossible to just let go and move on. They make it virtually impossible for you to do that. Any step forward that you make, they literally try everything in their power to sabotage every stepping stone that you put down. They want to rip it up and do something stupid. They want you to get to the point where you're snapping out. And yet we're the ones that's supposed to walk away. How far do you want me to walk away before I can get on with my life? Hmm? Please, please, let me know. I don't know if the connection will be better, but it might be your connection. Hopefully the connection is better now. But how is one supposed to get on with their life when this particular person chooses to sit in the shadows and sabotage absolutely every step and somehow gets away with it and not gets charged with harassment or sabotage or financial manipulation, whether they were in the relationship or not? But somehow we're just supposed to walk away. We're supposed to leave our state or province and just move to somewhere new where we have no idea, we have no one else, we have nobody else to we're totally vulnerable, and you're telling us to walk away and not have anywhere to go to start with, but we're just supposed to walk away. Please, make it make sense. Anyhow, one step at a time, collective. And to my tribe going through that kind of thing, and you've broken free, move in silence. Trust no one, okay? Until you can finally make your own decisions and you feel that you can trust your own decisions, trust no one. If you have to hermit, if you have to be social in order to go to work, in order to make your money to pay your bills, then do that. But you don't have to be in the social aspect of it any more than that. Focus on your own personal empowerment, focus on your own priorities, keeping yourself stable. Focus on what's important to you and integrate some joy, love, and compassion into it. A lot of it has to do with financial independence. And a lot of the time, the narcissist isn't going to want you to be financially dependent or independent. They want you dependent on them. And that's a red flag. Just think the 40s and 50s, all the women that were trapped in relationships because the man made the money and the wife stayed at home. With that dynamic, so many women were trapped in that dynamic. This is the whole reason why women have tried to break free, to be able to work, to get themselves out of this entrapment. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for standing up. Because for most of you, you didn't even know what you were standing up to. And now, within the last 5 years, you're finding out the name for it. The truth is being revealed. The veil is lifted to the deception that we've all been programmed into. So first things first, when you find out that you're in a triangulation or entrapment with a sociopath, with a psychopath, with a narcissist, wherever they fit in those categories, you need to find your independence. So that means you need to get yourself your own money. You need to be getting yourself your own income. You need to be saving up for the big move, that divine exit. And you wait until they are distracted. And that is when you make your move. 9 times out of 10, it's when they're at work. 9 times out of 10, it's usually when they're sleeping, sometimes. But you have to vow to yourself that if you make this move, you're not going back. If you're not ready to do that, you're not leaving yet. Because if you go back, you're going to go back and it's going to be worse off because you left and came back than what you did when you left. They're going to try to get you, they're going to try to pull you back in again. But they're going to trigger the shit out of you at the same time just to get you going. Why? Because they missed you. They missed your energy. So they're going to get you all emotional. They're going to get you in your feelings. They're going to get you in a place of remembering the past and reflecting on how much of a dumbass you were to leave in the first place. Oh, they're probably all, if they're an empty shell, they're probably addicted to something. It could be medication, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, and usually to an uncontrollable amount. Don't If they're not willing to help themselves, Gypsy Goddess, don't bother helping them. It's a waste of your time and space. It's a waste of your healing energy. If they're not going to recognize what they're doing to themselves, they're empty inside. It's a lost cause. It's very unfortunate because it's usually the people we love. And it's very difficult to walk away from people that we love. But if they're going to go down this road and not be accountable for their own, it's not your business. It's theirs. Yeah. I smoke a pipe once in a while. I smoke a joint once in a while. I smoke cigarettes. They have purpose in my life. It's literally the only thing I rely on. And my coffee. But I won't do coke. I won't do crack. I won't do anything synthetic like that. I won't even do medications. Pain medications, anti-anxiety medications, depressive medications, whatever else. No, I want nothing to do with it. Filtering, constantly meditating, and as soon as I find the peace, people back again. The victim mentality has walk away, Gypsy. There's no helping that, unfortunately, because all they want to do is sit there and smoke some more. Kind of like crack. It's kind of sad. But ultimately, make your plan, figure out what you're going to do for stable. Usually, if you got a friend that you can, you know, make a break with, it helps. A place to bounce to, it helps. So you always want to make a plan. You don't necessarily want to just jump and go. Sometimes you might have to. Sometimes it might get to the point where you just pack a bag and go and you leave everything behind. If that's the case, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. But sometimes that's the only way. That's the only way out, to leave everything behind. It's really unfortunate. It's a big loss. Even when I did leave, I had all my stuff out at the cabin. I had to wait a whole winter's worth of time in order to go back and have to retrace everything and have to go back to get all my stuff because I wasn't willing to part with it. And then they literally made it virtually impossible for me to have a place long enough to call it home in order to even take it out of storage. So they made me wait to get my stuff, and now they're making it virtually impossible to even have a place. 3 different jobs, and plus the dwindling of my YouTube, the inflation of my numbers, all to rip me apart all over again. And this is why I don't care about my numbers. I care about my message. Because I knew they were going to screw with my channel somehow, I knew they were going to do that somehow. And I know they've done it by inflating my numbers. Because my feedback, compared to my posts on my community tab, um, the feedback I get on my messages, on my videos, is far from the caliber that it would be at 10,000 subscribers. So I know that's an inflated number. I wouldn't be surprised if I actually had 500 members, subscribers, actual legit subscribers. And this is why I don't really care about the numbers, because I knew that was going to be a factor. So I didn't bring that to be anything that I focused on, because I knew that they were going to utilize the numbers as a manipulation tactic. I knew it was happening before it even happened. So, checkmate. Yeah, Queen of Crystals. Money hungry bitch. Casting illusions. Trying to ruin absolutely everything you have. I'm getting a mother figure, right? A very jealous karmic mother figure. Or wanting to be a mother figure anyway. Seven of Wands. You're having to stick up for what you believe in, and there's going to be blessings coming regardless. So, yeah. King of Swords, you're standing in your truth, you're standing in your justice. Somebody doesn't like that, though. Yeah. Yeah, they're looking to betray you. Yeah, but you're no longer in your head about it. You see exactly what's going on. They think that they're being sly. They think they're being clever. I'm right on. I'm right on. Yeah, there's a great awakening. You might have went through a dark night of the soul recently. They kind of had some major revelations about some sort of manipulation tactics. Yeah, I know. I know. Welcome in, Aqua Angel. I hope you're well. Yeah. Manipulation of your wheel of fortune. Yeah. Somebody's coming. You're guarding your truth on that, on the betrayal on that. You know the truth. You're walking away from all the pain and suffering and the emotional garbage regarding it. Yeah. Yeah. You're determined to find justice. Seven of Swords in reverse. You're getting back sevenfold. And you're guarding your heart on this. You know who you are. Stand in your truth. You know that you're not what they're making you out to be, collective. Have hope. Yeah, they're just trying to make you look like you don't know what you're talking about, that you're delusional, that you don't know anything about anything. Yeah. You're guarding your heart and you're bringing balance to the situation once and for all. The cards are flying. Yeah, the High Priestess, you see it. You see it all, collective. You see it all. You're peeping it all, and they've got their jaws on the they got their jaws on the floor. They can't handle it. Can you handle this? No, no, you can't handle this. That's quite alright. They're trying to distract you from. They've always tried to distract you from what was meant for you. It's kind of sad, really. They've almost went broke trying to distract you from what you're supposed to be doing, from your gifts. Interesting. Yeah, but these people are in it for a rude awakening because you're not playing games anymore, Collective. You're not playing games at all. You're only allowed to have one job. To the ones that know something, the ones that are watching right now that know something, and you're too scared to come forward, know that you will get full immunity. Once I know who you are, and once I know who it is, they're done. They're done for. Once I know exactly who to aim it at, they're done for. They don't stand a chance. You'll be perfectly fine. Even if you were a mole, even if you were part of it, this is where the immunity comes from. If you want to get on the right side of karma, if you want to get on the right side of dharma, you best come forward. That's hilarious. To the ones that think I'm going to snap out on them, if you tell me the truth and you tell me what actually happened, chances are there's blackmail involved with these people because they're that type of people. I wouldn't put it past them. And I can't judge you for the blackmail. You know, I can't judge you for trying to keep your own best interest at heart. I'm not going to snap at you. The fact that you're coming forward is gaining a heck of a lot more respect than the people that you're working with. So just understand the immunity is there. The immunity is available. If you bring me proof as to who's got a hit out on my life, specifically, let me know. Because as soon as I know what to aim at, they're done. Because I'm not playing games anymore. And really, I don't have to lift a finger. My energy balls, they can be healing or they can be your worst nightmare. Depending on how you show up is how it's dealt. I'm here to make sure everybody wins. But the people outright sabotaging my existence, you're not part of the winning team. And at this point, you'll never make that team. Thank you, Hipsy Jean. Ignore them, Aiden. Art of Pain. I've been trying for months to ignore them. They infiltrate my readings. People wonder why I'm so frustrated when I get these readings. They infiltrate the readings. They impose themselves into the energy of the reading, even if I block it out. They'll go into other readings with other readers and take over their reading. So it's not just me, it's other people as well. It's other readers on YouTube. I'm not the only one. It's bigger than a bot. Very possible. I know it's possible. I live it every single day. I was dealing with stupid ass love spells being thrown my way earlier, and I had to rebuke them and send them back. And then because it smacked them in the forehead, they sent me evil eye. Too bad. So sad. Sorry about your luck. Because people want to get back in my energy. They figure buttering me up with a bunch of love spells is going to help them. When all it does is make them more obsessed with me, and all they do is think about me after that. And they wonder why they're thinking about me all the time, because all these love spells that they're trying to throw on me, they're being put on themselves. So because they're directing their energy at me, they're just becoming more obsessed with me, and more obsessed until they snap out. It's nobody's fault but their own. And that's the whole thing. Magic is to be used on yourself. It's not meant to be used on someone else. Because if you direct energy outward into the universe, 9 times out of 10 it comes back to you. So you don't want to be using any type of manifestation or magic when you're in a karmic energy, when you're in your south node energy, because it usually backfires. 9 times out of the 10, the people that are using magic are in their karmic energy, and they wonder why their life turns to shit. True magic is only used for healing and protection, and for divination reasons. That's truly the only, the only main uses for magic is to protect against the darkness and to heal. Magic isn't bad or good. It's neutral. It's the intention that you put behind it. And when you put ill intention behind it, that's what you receive. People that don't understand what they're playing with usually end up finding out the hard way. Some people like to cut cords and call their power dog, right? And some use it in an essence of cutting all ill will cords, not realizing that some people are throwing obsessive magic of love your way. So they're still siphoning off your energy using positive energy. So this is why I like to say I cut all cords from anywhere, anything, anyone that has any ill intention. Just rebuke it and send it back. They'll stub their toe. The thing is with alchemy, everything they send to you, you send that back to them. Any ill will, you send it back. Any energy sent your way, transmute it. It's all energy in the end. It's what you do with that energy that changes things. High Priestess, right on the bottom of the deck. Six of Cups. I'm getting an almost intimidation here with the Six of Cups on its side. Somebody doesn't know whether or not there's somebody new, somebody old, but they don't know whether or not to come in or not. And I get a feeling they know each other. They're trying to figure out a way to get in your energy. As if you'll let bygones be bygones and forget everything that happened. We got the Four of Pentacles, Spirit saying focus on yourself. You don't want to get tied up into this stupid ass mess. Yeah, they didn't heal. They're too stubborn to heal. Heaven forbid. Seven of Swords. They just want to steal something, and they don't want to nurture the truth that is you. They want to lie to you. They want to manipulate. Lies, 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 lies. So no. How about no? Focus on your stability. Focus on you, right? And this will defeat them. It'll stop it. It'll literally stop them in your track. It'll stop them in their tracks. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on the distraction. Focus on your healing. You're not in your head anymore. You're not confused. You were abused. There's a difference. Yeah, you're coming to a truce with yourself. You're having to make a decision that you don't necessarily want to make because the person that you're making it with is very manipulative. They're not standing in their power, and you have to have hope for the future. You really do. Because you will get out. There is hope. There is a way out. Despite it all. You just have to learn their playbook. You have to learn what their situation is. You gotta learn what they like, learn what they don't like. And you know what? Yeah, you might have to put a little bit of a mask on for a little while to show face. But you're doing it to save your life. You're not doing it to deceive anyone. And that's the difference. You're doing it to free yourself from this entrapment. And when you make that vow and decision to allow the monster to roam, the monster within, give your inner child the key. And if your life feels threatened, that's when the monster comes out. And you give your inner child the key so your inner child, if it feels threatened, it has control. There's a time and a place for everything. You're going through a big awakening right now. You have to give yourself the time to understand and break down the messages that are being told to you. All the love that you feel within yourself and all the love that you gave this other person and you feel that you received back was all your own love. Because all they can give you is what you give them. And this is where it gives you the foreshadow, like it's a reciprocation, but it's really not. Because if you ever hold back, you'll notice that they hold back. If you don't give into the relationship, they won't give into the relationship. So they wait for you to initiate and then they reciprocate. Have a good night, Max. Sweet dreams. Yeah, they're a lying sack of shit. And this relationship they wanted with you was never a relationship to begin with. It was an illusion. And the moment that you realize that, and this is with the family members, this is with the friends, this is with the lovers, this is with whoever you are dealing with. It's in this manipulative, psychopathic kind of energy, a narco polo, as I like to call them. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Everything that you work for, everything that you work towards, they stagnated. And you'll know this. Anything that you shine at, anything that you're good at, they'll put it down. Anything that you want to do with your life, anything that inspires you, they'll outright refute it. They'll rebuke it. Anything that brings a smile to your face, they'll make sure that they're not interested. They gotta rip absolutely every part of happiness away from you. That's their goal. And this is how they do it. They bring you to a point within your body where there is no balance. It's also a Gemini, a karmic Gemini energy. Apparently Geminis are really, and I'm not hating on the Geminis, don't get me wrong, but when you're in your karmic energy and you're thinking that, Geminis are really good at communication, they're really not. They're really good at lying and deceiving. And that's not every Gemini. I'm not painting y'all with the same brush. Okay? That's not what I'm doing. But the Geminis that I've seen in their karmic energy, not very nice people. Connivers. Lots of betrayal, lots of misjudgment, misunderstanding. It's almost like giving me a feeling of misunderstanding on purpose with the Three of Swords here. It's like meant to betray you. So that if you find that you're trying to explain yourself and they don't get it, and you continue to try to explain yourself and they still don't get it, they're fucking with your head. All right? They're trying to get a rise out of you. So if this is recognizable within your relationships, you're dealing with someone toxic and they're trying to suck the life out of you. And the more you entertain it, the more your life will dwindle, the more drained you will feel. So this is up to you to find your self-worth within you and realize who's actually showing up for you and who's actually showing up for you and wanting to show up for you, yet sucking the life out of you. I had to go through that this last roommate. Not this roommate here. This roommate here is pretty peaceful. I'm very grateful. Okay. My previous roommate, I can't say so much. An energy vampire. And this is still even after I left my ex. And it seems like after you leave, after you find, you need to have a space where you know the person, that you're good with the person. If you've got a place to bounce to, that's you have to ensure that they are a healthy individual that can help you break down and unpack the shit that you're going through. You want it to be a supportive friend for a place to bounce to. If you don't have that, you need to be by yourself. It is very crucial to your healing because if you go and you rent off of somebody else, the most that you want is a landlord. You don't want roommates. You don't want anything of that sort. Unless you can put everything on the table and be on the same page, you don't want roommates. And the reason why I say this is because of you being in that lower vibration, because of the abuse, it takes time for you to recalibrate in your own energy. It takes time for you to raise that vibration. It takes time for you to heal. And as you heal and as you go through that and as you work through it, your vibration will rise. And then you will meet other individuals at that higher vibration. So once you step into your North Node, and you can check the diagram on my community tab, once you step into your North Node, then you're more able to be social. You're more able to be in an aspect of conversing with other people. Until you take care of and heal those lower South Node chakra points, energy points, it's crucial that you have solitude. And it's crucial that you work through that healing and unblock those blockages. So go check out the community tab if you want on that diagram. It's a couple diagrams down. It's of the chakra system. But this is why it's so crucial to heal, because when you finally release yourself and you finally leave and you break out, you will end up with the same energy, different person. Same energy, different person. Until you take the time to heal. And some of these people will show up as people of support. Like they want to help you. They want to come forward and they want to support you. But they're supporting you in order to create a tie to you, in order to create some sort of a obligance. So you are obligated to help them in some sort of way, or you are obligated to be indebted to them in some sort of way. They have some sort of a soul connection to you. And you have to be careful on these different soul connections and make sure that their intention is true. Otherwise, you are putting yourself in a position to be manipulated all over again. So it's something to be aware of when you're stepping out of one situation, trying to free yourself, to make sure that you're not going to step into another toxic situation. And sometimes you're not able to move. Sometimes you're not able to step out of that toxic situation. Sometimes you have to try to heal and raise your vibration within that negative space, and that's difficult to do, but it's possible. But each step, as you heal, each step, take a couple months, heal, work through some things, make another move. Take some time out to heal, and then raise your vibration, and then make a move. This could be finding a job. And whether or not they like it or not, you go and you take yourself to that job and you be independent with that job. You start making money with that job. You might want to let them know that this is what you're dealing with. So if anything comes through the grapevine, make sure that you get all the information, because there very well could be people coming in to sabotage that job. And you want to make a good impression. And that's one mistake I didn't do. I did speak about my previous situation, but I don't think they knew to the caliber of what they were getting themselves into when they came back behind the scenes to sabotage it. One job said that I had a bad attitude. Really? I literally just removed myself at that point. I was living on a bunch of cardboard boxes. I was living out of my car in the middle of wintertime. Like, a bad attitude? Yeah. It was almost every single morning I woke up and I had to drive by the street where my ex used to live. And every morning I'd get into my car and I'd go to drive to work and I was bawling my eyes out for months. You're going to get to the point where you're going to release, you're going to cry, you're going to let it out. And this is all the pent up energy that you held within yourself without snapping. And the fact that you left, the fact that you made that choice to leave, and the fact that at that point you're free, yet you might be feeling a little empty inside, you might be feeling a little bit alone. Knowing and having that feeling within you is a recognition that you're halfway there. You're halfway there. You're in the threshold of the doorway to the best part of your life. But going through that threshold of having to go from one extreme to another, it's very daunting. It's very uncomfortable. Being in fight or flight for so many years and then finding a roommate that I didn't have to explain myself to. They just got me. They understood because they've been through it themselves. This is the type of roommate you want, somebody that's actually going to relate to you. It's really helped me to come out of fight or flight. It's helped me to come out of that that anxious stage, I've been able to cut back on the cortisol, which is the stress hormone that is activated when you're in stress. It sounds like a drug, and really, it kind of sort of is. In essence, it's the adrenaline that keeps your heart beating, gets it moving at a higher pace when you're under stress and under pressure. Welcome in, little bee. Let's see if I got any readings here. If you haven't checked out the store, you might want to check it out. It's doing pretty good. Yeah, it's part of its natural function. Crying and releasing is definitely part of its natural function. In our current matrix, for quite a long time, made it seem very weak, as a weak thing to do, and it's actually very courageous. It's very courageous. Even if you just go check it out, see if there's anything there that might interest you. And the products actually look better in person than they do as the illustration. I've got some 5-star reviews so far, which is pretty cool, I must admit. No, 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 no. It's deception to the narcissist. Ryan saying that that I feel if I cry, the narcissist is winning again. No, let them see you cry. It brings them great enjoyment, but what they don't understand is that you're releasing all the bullshit. You're about to give them a rude awakening. And you're going to do it without reactive abuse. You're going to flip the table on them, metaphorically. You're going to change the whole dynamic of their playbook. And that's where they lose control. You might get them to flip out, but that's quite all right. It'll be them having the reactive abuse slap back them flat, right back in their face. Because instead of you reacting like they want you to, it's going to be them reacting. Because you just checkmated their ass. And that's what they hate the most. Once you find out what their playbook is, once you find out how they play their game and how they're trying to um, deceive you, once you catch them in one lie, it leaves a trail to everything else. And you can't trust, once you know that you're dealing with one of these people, you can't trust anything that comes out of their mouth. Okay? What they're telling you is half truth. They're not telling you the whole thing. I'll tell you that right now. If anything, it's not one bit. It's circumstantial illusion up into the point where it's actually physically tangible. Anything physically tangible that would be proven is probably coming out true. Because that's what they base their situation on. That's what they base their lies on. And then anything else that they could fabricate out that they don't want to be held accountable for. And this is the thing. Once you find out that they're lying to somebody else, don't think for 1 second that they're not lying to you. If people can lie to other people, like, mind you, okay, surprise party, that's one thing. A little white lie, it's not hurting anybody. It's a my business, not yours kind of thing. But if it's dealing with infidelity, that's a totally different story. A bit of one, yeah. But once you find out what their playbook is, the game changes. That's the game changer. But sometimes you need to put a mask on and play the part. So you basically give them the best they ever had, because you're going to use that against them later. You put that in their mask. But this is the whole thing. This mask is the best you'll ever going to get out of me before I leave and I ghost your ass for good. You're going to literally get the best of me before I leave. And you're doing this on purpose. You're basically showing them what they're losing out on, right? And for maybe this means that you're tending to their needs for like 2 weeks, right? But by tending to their needs, you're being accountable, you're showing up, you're showing them who you are, you're showing them what you're actually made of, you're in your authentic aspect of yourself, you're doing everything that you can to be supportive, to be a team player, and you'll see how they act around that. They'll be happy about it, right? Some of them will kind of knock it down and just let it go off your shoulders like water off a duck's back. Don't even acknowledge it. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because what you're gonna do, that's just another confirmation as to why you're leaving in the first place. It's just another confirmation as to why you have the mask on why you actually have to act a part that they're never gonna see again. To show them what they're gonna lose when you leave. The fact that you have to go through all this in order to get out. By doing this for a week to 2 weeks, you're putting them off guard. You're catching them off guard because they think everything is absolutely fine. Because you're tending to their needs, they're very, very happy, everything is good. And then, bam, you're just not there anymore. It's like you were never there. You've literally disappeared. That just in itself sends them berserk. And if you can somehow get that all on camera, there's your evidence. Because chances are, if they've got some sort of vice, whether it be drugs or alcohol, they go on a binge. And that's where they let their monster out. And that whole reactive abuse that they want to put you through in order to dumb you down and make you feel small, that's their reactive abuse that they're trying to project onto you, the victim. But instead, you flip the tables and they end up receiving it. It's because they don't have a supply to project it onto, because you're gone. You're not there anymore. And the reason why I know this is because there's so many relationships that I had to deal with. Friends, family, relationships. Sometimes the only thing you can do is rip the Band-Aid off. But I found the best way to do it is to do it the way that I've been telling you all night. You put a plan together, you put it together in your mind. You don't want to write it down on a tablet. You don't want to have any paper trail. You get it going in your mind. This is why you need to build your inner temple, because that's where all your paperwork is. That's where your library is. That's where all your whatever you need. That's where it all resides, within your temple. But you don't want to build a temple, and this is what kind of puts you in a bad spot, because you don't want to build your temple in a toxic environment, because then it brings the toxicity into your magic. It brings your toxicity into your manifestations. But once you have that temple all sorted out and you're stepping into your manifestations, it's a totally different game changer. PTSD is an illusion, Gigi. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, Aiden, what the hell are you talking about? PTSD is real. Yeah, it's real. But it's all dealt with illusion. Dealing with the abusive aspect of it, yes. Now, when it's dealing with the physicality, like a vet coming back from war, that's a different story. But the PTSD is from the stress. And the PTSD would go away if you sat with it, if you didn't block it out. I noticed when I was blocking it out, that's where the PTSD came in. When I wasn't feeling through it, that's where the PTSD, that's where the anxiety, that's where the stress all came out. It flared up. But when you're feeling through it, when you're making it work, it's a totally different story. Sweet dreams, Mac. The biggest empowerment is to realize that there is more for you in the world, to have hope, to know that there's a way out. I think that's the biggest empowerment. Because I'll tell you right now, if the divine didn't think that you could get out of it, the divine would take you up just like that. You'd close your eyes and you'd never wake up again in that same body. That if the divine didn't think that you deserved another day to strive for your best life, up and gone. So every day that you open your eyes, every day that you get another chance, take it and run with it. And I'm calling myself out on that. I've been in a bit of a hermit mode. And it's basically because I'm holding in place at this point. I don't feel like being the worm on the end of the hook. Not at least right now, I don't. Because I don't think I would probably need a bodyguard, but it wouldn't be a bodyguard for me, it would be a bodyguard for them. I mean, I'm just supposed to walk away. And I've tried that. It doesn't help me. So, I've walked away many times. It doesn't seem to help me. So instead of walking away, I'm standing. I'm standing in place. I'm not about to put any more energy into walking backwards. The only time I walk backwards is when I'm taking a bird's eye view of it. When I'm looking at it just before I walk away. Take a bigger perspective of the situation. I don't even smoke a full one. Just a little toot. Get that off. I kind of felt like I should have made this a Vortex episode tonight. Now, yes, you know what? PTSD is very real. And I like to look at it as an illusion because without the anxiety, without the panic, it wouldn't really exist. It really wouldn't exist. It wouldn't have a reason to be there. And anxiety and panic is usually from looking at things and focusing on what we can't control. So if we surrender that of what we can't control to the divine, we focus on what we can, things tend to balance out. They tend to ripple through action and reaction. The whole thing is, and again, what I'm about to say might be profound. They've worked on a plan for over 2,000 years to deceive the masses. They worked on this plan for 2,000 years to deceive the masses, thinking that they were going to get away with it, not realizing the true potential of the human species, not realizing the true potential, the true infinite possibilities that what we are as human beings could actually fathom. I mean, 2,000 years ago, their whole aspect of evolution and how they thought of things was one thing. But I think as a species, I think we've evolved, right? At least I'd like to hope so. Heaven forbid. Heaven help us. We find ourselves at a precipice of intention. We find ourselves at a precipice of having to choose for ourselves. We find us at a precipice as to whether or not we want to be part of the current matrix or be part of a new. and they're going to try to come out with a certain projection. The one thing they didn't realize is the source consciousness of life itself is within absolutely every single one of us. There wasn't a mark, there wasn't a book, there wasn't a preacher, there wasn't a church that was going to change that. And all it takes is the belief in self, having self-worth, allowing the masculine and feminine to come into union within yourself, to be the one you've always been searching for, to go in and reflect, to be able to birth a new perspective, a new possibility that is you. Stepping in and out of and embodying absolutely every archetype, from the hangman to the devil to the death card to Lady Liberty to the magician, finding your inner magic, recognizing that life force within the sun that is within you, taking a new step in a new direction, finding the inner warrior, all the different archetypes, the empress, the emperor, the kings, the queens. It's all a different stage, a different level within the game. Right from the page, right to the king. People wonder where tarot comes from. The divine orchestration of life itself is happening at absolutely every moment of every day through you. It's the moment we all stop thinking that life isn't serious, that life's just a joke, that life's just a game. And I only state it like that is because it relates to how other people think of it. On a grand scale, as far as the collective, thinking it's a game of chess. That's the oldest. Life is a game of chess to some degree. And when it gets down to a certain move, it does get pretty serious. What kind of intention do you want to show up with? Do you want to show up with something that's going to benefit the to benefit humanity, or to bring chaos? They say order out of chaos. The only order out of chaos that you receive is the survival of the warrior spirit. It's the only order that you receive. The tragedy is still there. Once you crumple up the piece of paper, the wrinkles will always be there. The biggest wake-up call that I have had to deal with in my life is having to say goodbye to family. People think, that people that I thought I could trust. No, I wouldn't wish what I've been through on anyone. And quite frankly, I know for a fact that people wouldn't have been able to deal with it. To get through it without medication, other than cigarettes and weed, and an odd Advil every once in a while, and an antibiotic. Ryan, welcome to the tribe, buddy. Yeah, that's really great. Aqua Angel says sometimes you have to save your life, and sometimes it's your own. Yeah, like even just for instance, when I was with my ex, I tried to strive on my own. I tried to get my independence, and they pretty well outright told me that it was better that I just stayed home. But they didn't need me for anything. They didn't want me for anything. They were discarding me. It's like, okay, well, I feel kind of worthless. Well, focus on what you want to do. But then I focused on what I wanted to do and what I wanted to try to stand on, and they didn't like it. So it's like, well, what do you want then? What am I supposed to do? I'm just supposed to sit here and collect dust? I still want to make an impact in the world. And that's right around the same time I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to start my channel on YouTube. I'm going to revamp it and I'm going to do my tarot reading. And yet, here we are a year later. I've had 3 jobs swept out from underneath me, and I checkmated them with my channel. And I'm ever so grateful for all the support that I've received from absolutely every single one of you, the honorable ones. I love you with all my whole soul. To some degree, you are kind of part of the miracle that is me. Because I know the hits that I've had on my life, I should have been dead already. Should have been dead a long time ago. Cheers. Why would somebody want to kill you, Aiden? I think that's bullshit. Yeah. If you have me on Facebook, go check out my albums. A couple days just after my grandmother's funeral, I was in the accident that would pretty well ruin my music career. I lost all mobility in my right arm for at least 6 months, and it still hasn't. It's still not better. It still has weakness to it. It's never healed. I can't strum at the same interval that I used to. My hand spazzes out. Not exactly like Mr. Claw in Liar Liar. Not exactly like that, but just to kind of give you a visual. So me taking a step back from my guitar. Not only that, my calluses are removed because I don't be playing as much, which doesn't help. Yes, I'm topping up my cup. Hey, Samantha. UK. Is that where you're from, Ryan? I should do the whole family myself. I don't like that much. It's my preference. I went to a dark place, and recently within the last year I found myself out of it. It's helped me through that. Oh, Mandy, thank you so much. And I'm so proud of you for getting through it. I'm extremely proud of you. Keep going. Choo choo, motherfucker. The little engine that could, that would, and did. Erie, PA. Yeah. Um, I called it, Samantha. I called it, but I kind of fumbled it at the same time. My bad. I don't know if I'll ever live that down. Because I do feel bad. Like, I was even saying that the crews aren't gonna even know that it's coming. They're gonna know, but they're gonna think that they're gonna be out in time, and then it's not gonna be out in time. So it's taken almost a week, give or take, for it to really set in. All hands on deck. Yeah, staying in is a good thing. Do, 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 do. Pull my hair back. Because it's not a cookie. It's not being dipped in my coffee. I don't know. I might hold, I don't know how I would even do that. But I was kind of thinking, no, I'll just keep going. Because I'm not sure yet. I got to do some research. Alrighty. Anybody got any super chats for a message? Go ahead and do a super chat if you like. I'll throw some cards for you if you like. I've almost got all my debts paid off. I'm happy about that. Hmm. Got 5 of Swords coming in. Clearly, somebody wants conflict. Mandy Black, thank you so much, my dear. What's going on with Mandy? Queen of Wands. Upright. You're sitting there looking pretty, but you're kind of all up in your head right now. I know. 4 of Swords. You don't know whether to rest or get up and go. 5 of Pentacles. You're kind of feeling like you're left out of something, like you're being left out. It's right around the holidays. You're kind of feeling like you're missing out on something. You can't seem to rest. There's certain changes that are happening that you're not too sure about. The 9 of Cups. This is what you need to focus on. Wish fulfillment. Okay? But for yourself. It doesn't require anything else or anyone else. Maybe your son, yes. But make sure you focus on yourself too. Okay? Yes, have your son in mind, but you need your own for yourself. Your son needs his own for himself, right? So maybe this holiday season you just focus on each other and focus on what each other wants, right? Because right now you're not satisfied with the status quo, right? You're not satisfied with what's happening right now. You're not satisfied with the changes. Yes, you're getting somewhere. You're just kind of putting on a happy face. Because there's still illusions. There's still a lot of emotions bubbling up. And a lot of these bubbling up emotions are going to give you the direction in which of your fulfillment, right? It's part of healing it, changing the perspective of it, and it's actually bringing you to a new perspective of a new direction. But because you're looking at it in a backwards right now, you can't move forward with that, right? So there's something about your heart space that you're still needing to to take care of, because you need to lead with your heart, using your mind, using your discernment, using your intuition. They need to come into balance in order to find that, in order to make that compass work, right? What's going on Monday? The Hierophant. It's about stepping into a deeper connection with your higher power, finding that essence within yourself, your life force, and connecting to that. Okay. There is messages that come with it eventually, but you have to sit with it for enough time to recognize it and feel through it. It's a little easier if you're an empath. Let's see here. It's the sun. So this isn't being revealed to you right now because you need to heal. So it's a divine step, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, right? There's no skipping steps. You know, you go from one energy point to the next. It's like you're going through one gate to the next thing, go through a gate to the next thing. There's some sort of information coming forward to you. Yeah, so somebody, quite possibly an air sign, I don't know, but it's somebody coming forward with some sort of communication about some sort of illusions. And the illusions is clarifying your wish fulfillment. So if there's certain things that you're looking into, be careful of like clicking on spam. If you're just talking about something one particular day and then you're scrolling and all of a sudden you see an ad for something, don't click on it. Go and you look it up on Google to see if it's actually a link, because most of it's all scam. It's all a scam now. All the ads within the apps and all that, they're all scam. That's what I found for the most part, right? And wish fulfillment. What is wish fulfillment? What does that mean to you, Samantha? Uh, it's up to you to find what you're wishing out of your life. It's to manifest your best life, right? Very well could be the person. They very well could be casting illusions, or they very well could be talking about these illusions that they're finding out. Maybe they're your whistleblower. Maybe they're trying to come back and tell you the truth about a situation. Maybe where you were left in the dark about it. Somebody deceived you and maybe they found out about it. So maybe they're coming back to talk to you about it. It's something about not being satisfied. Now, this could very well be going to a mentor or quite possibly a doctor, somebody of influence, um, and not being satisfied with the information or feeling like you're being left in the dark about something. Somebody's coming forward with some sort of information, or you're going to speak up about this particular information, the moon. Some sort of emotions very well could be overtaking you. It's about a new partnership, maybe moving in a new direction. The cat, right? We got Seven of Swords. So maybe somebody's trying to own up to their bullshit. Maybe they're trying to hold themselves accountable. Maybe they're trying to come in and tell you the truth about some sort of deception, of leaving you in the dark. They want maybe you're their wish fulfillment. Maybe they think they want to have a future with you. That's kind of what I feel. Maybe they're being sneaky about it. But they know you're not satisfied and they know they're not satisfied with their status quo. But this person feels that they can trust you. And they see you sitting pretty. So it's whether or not you want this or not. This could very well be wish fulfillment for you after feeling left out in the cold. But I think you need to make some major changes to your stability first and stand on your own before you can let and or allow another influence in, because you need time with your son, right? You need time with your son. You need time to be able to just be in your own energy and recalibrate, empower yourself, you know, work on that inner temple to get ready for your manifestations. Thank you, Aqua. The colors are absolutely brilliant. So, right? So, apparently, this person wants to bring back what they stole, right? They want to give back to you. This person very well could have went through an awakening. I'll give them the benefit out of the doubt for that. But use your discernment. If there's still illusion here, then I wouldn't. If it don't feel right, then don't. Continue standing in your power. Okay? Continue standing in your power. Don't let up. Don't let up on your boundaries for anything. The whole purpose of having those boundaries is to give you peace of mind. Removing those boundaries or having them being trampled is not the game to play. That's a red flag if they're going to do that. Can I get a card from Mandy, please? Oh, I guess you're not supposed to let this fall through the cracks either, like I did. Alright, let's see what it is. Ooh, personal choice. Kind of funny. Close your eyes. What animal do you see or imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. I see it as like a black panther, yellow-green eyes, on the prowl. Boom, 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 boom. You got drummers in the background. You got monkeys squawking in the distance. Yeah, a squirrel. You're hilarious. You're funny, Samantha. Yeah. Anybody got another? Is there any other super chats? Want to come in the chat here? Or did I miss out on? That's weird. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, another $5. Two $5. You got another question? Nobility on the bottom of the deck. Let's see what we got going on. Thank you, Mandy. You beautiful soul. Hmm. Angel message. Okay. Sure. Why not? Is there any message for Mandy from the angels? Is there any messages from the angels for Mandy? Got the moon on the bottom of the deck. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. Things are about to really power up for you, I think. What's going on with Mandy? What's going on with Mandy? Phoenix, thank you so much. We got the Ace of Earth on the bottom of the deck. We've got the moon on the top. We've got the Nine of Fire in the middle on the cut. And then we had two other ones here, the Empress in reverse and King of Fire in reverse. So I think at this point you're kind of stuck. You're feeling defeated. You're feeling tired, exhausted, overworked, overstimulated mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially, pretty well in every E, LE aspect. every ism. There's quite a few emotions, quite a few illusions going on. Lots of instability. There very well could be some loss, but understand this loss is going to lighten the load, okay? It's going to lighten things up a little bit. Now, I don't see you really nurturing any type of intention or guarding any intention, so this is, I think, where you need to focus. Because it's almost like it's giving me an energy of self-sabotaging. All right, Mandy? So you need to more or less invoke your inner empress and maybe start attracting rather than self-sabotaging and thinking that you're not doing a good job when you're doing a fine job. Every step of it goes, okay? Stop self-sabotaging. Be very careful in how you use your words and how you speak with your words. They're more powerful than what you realize. And this is where you may be finding defeat, okay? And you've worked hard, and you don't deserve to self-sabotage and lose everything that you work for. Come on now. It's almost like giving me a sense of giving up, like it was all for nothing, like the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. But we got the Five of Air here, and that's about conflict and unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation, review everyone's motives, and allow those changes to make something beneficial, something to learn from. Transmute it. There's a lot of deception coming in from a younger individual. They're not really taking life seriously at this point, I feel. But there's going to be justice with this. There's some sort of a past energy coming through that doesn't want to release. They want to reconcile or maybe open old wounds. Because I think at some point they've been taking stock and they feel that they've lost their fire and they feel that they've lost what was valuable. So somebody's having some sort of an awakening. Two of air here in the reverse. It's to the point where you can't make a decision, but you have to remember you're the magician. You are the maker of your reality. Alright, so keep that in mind going forward, please. Just self-sabotage never helped anyone. And for people that have been basically ridiculed and knocked down pretty well their whole life, it's very difficult for you to find the confidence within yourself to step forward. I should know. It's the biggest challenge. And then to have somebody come by and say, oh, you're on that soapbox, you don't have any right to be there. Yeah? Interesting. I worked fucking fought hard to get here. And then you're just gonna come over in like 2 minutes, tell me I don't got a place to stand? Fuck around and find out. Thank you, Mandy, so much for your support. Phoenix Legends, what's going on, Phoenix? How's it going? Do you have any questions for me? Thank you so much for the support. Triple up. I wish just one was. Alright. I got the dragon deck. I was compelled to pick that up. So I guess the dragons can come forward. Dragons of wisdom. Alchemy and magic. What messages do you have for Phoenix? Two of Swords. You're coming to a crossroads of having to make a decision within yourself and coming into balance, or with another person in a union or a friendship or family. There's communication that needs to come forward and be sought at to find understanding where there isn't any. That's coming up to for you, but however, you should have hope. We've got the Star card here. There's definitely hope. There's definitely room to shine. So stand in your authenticity of who you are. Yeah. I do see some sort of separation with a connection or an imbalance maybe within yourself. Six of Coins. However, things are going to balance out. Things are going to balance out better than expected, to be honest. But you're more or less going to focus more or less on your focus of stability, prosperity, abundance, rather than emotion. So you're going to maybe change your direction. I think with this release of, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The Two of Cups here, with that release of that particular connection, you're having to change direction, and within this direction, that's where the Six of Coins is going to be. The equal reciprocal give and take. Right? You're going to end up turning out better if you have hope. Right? Um, regarding this particular connection, whoever or whatever. Now, this can also turn right side up, and you can find a balance within yourself at least, where there might not be. That'll put you in alignment to something better and more substantially in alignment with who you are. The Three of Swords has come out here with the Six of Coins. So the particular path that you're going to have enough to low battery, clearly, and low battery. The fact that you're going to have enough to share, the fact that you're going to have enough to balance out will become some sort of an issue or some sort of betrayal. People talking, people jealous, people envious of what you're receiving, all because you're focused on yourself. Anyway, come out. But because you're focusing on yourself, you're not looking at this betrayal, really. You're not having to really worry about this because you've already got this give and take. If you continue with focusing on what you're meant to do, which is shine, don't allow anybody to dim it down. Don't allow anybody to dim you down. That's not their job. They're dimming you down because they are insecure with who they are. They can't handle your frequency. They can't handle who you are. Probably why you call yourself the Phoenix. The Ace of Coins, yeah. Somebody wants to take what you've got going on, the balance that you're going to receive from walking away from this, okay, and they want to betray you and put you out. So be very weary. If you're going to walk away from this and shine, I'd just shine in silence for now. Right? Four of Wands, you're going on to a much more stable aspect. Yeah. Ten of Coins. Somebody's blaming the wow. Somebody's blaming the imbalance and the chaos onto you. They're projecting. They are very much projecting what's going on, and they are flipping the table to where you're the problem and you're actually the star. You're the blessing in the situation, in the dynamic, in the energy that I'm picking up on. Because you're showing up for yourself and you're choosing no in this relationship because it's creating an imbalance within yourself, right? You are who you hang with. And if you're hanging with unbalanced individuals, that's what that's what it comes out to be. But here you are, smack dab in the middle with the Six of Coins here. You are the balance. Okay? In traditional tarot, there's even a balance. There's a scale within the picture. What's going on? Tell me more, tell me more. Six of Swords in the reverse. So because you're walking away now that you're receiving and you're finally receiving what's coming to you, which is blessing, balance, ability to stand on your own 2 feet. Um, but it's kind of more or less being a part of a community. It's like a community effort. It's a family effort kind of situation. That kind of dynamic that I feel. The Six of Swords in the reverse, this is about not walking away from that's what is bringing you stability. It's what's bringing you, it's the responsibility, it's the accountability, it's the fact that you're showing up, it's the fact that you're part of something substantial. And that's why you're walking away from this other stuff, because this other, what you're focusing on, is bringing you abundance, right? And you're focusing on the priorities that you need to focus on and nothing else. And because you're doing that, somebody feels that you're betraying them. Is the feeling I'm getting, which isn't fair to you. And I think the reason why this message has come forward is because you can be proactive and you can checkmate this bastard, whatever it is, right? So, welcome in, James. Let's see, we got Four of Swords on the bottom. So right now is probably your time to rest. Spirit's probably got you sat the fuck down at this point. I wouldn't doubt it. And maybe by sitting down, you've been reflecting and you see this type of situation happen where there's with the betrayal. Because I get a feeling somebody's not speaking up. Somebody's not speaking up. It's like you're just sitting there waiting for closure. You're sitting there waiting for something, some sort of information. Like you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. Like you're kind of feeling stuck. Meanwhile, you're sitting here looking pretty. Like you might be having the betrayal happen. You might be losing everything, but you're sitting here looking pretty. Like nothing's even touching you. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if you're chosen, Earth Angel, Star Seed, some sort of vibe with that. And with the fact that you're star, like maybe an Aquarius or Star Seed, um, whatever the case, there's some sort of hope that is you. Like you're part of what makes the world a better place. And people want to dim that out. It doesn't make sense. The math ain't math, and I'm sorry. Just be patient. Sweet dreams, Ryan. Just be patient. Right, Phoenix? The work that you're doing is going to pay off. Steady wins the race, okay? It's really not even a race. It's not even a marathon. It's an adventure. Page of Wands. This is where you need to get inspired. The fact that they're not giving you the closure that you're looking for just needs to inspire you. Well, what should it inspire you to do? Live your best life. Why would you be waiting around for someone that's not giving you any type of closure whatsoever? Why would you waste your time? If you can't give yourself 5 good reasons why you gotta waste your time, where you can't find what you have right now, is what you got right now that's making you wait. Can you find that or better somewhere else? Can you find that or better within yourself? Are you settling? These are all great questions to ask yourself. Because again, we're looking at self-sabotage. We're looking at not feeling good enough for ourselves to step forward or be inspired, or to stand there looking pretty. We don't even recognize the fact that we're standing there looking pretty in the mirror when we are. But it all depends on you. It's about focusing on you, no one else, and not sabotaging it. How can you build a foundation when all you look at is chaos? And it's the chaos that you're settling with. So what work are you actually doing that's actually beneficial, that's putting you in the right direction? Is all the work that you're doing, is it going in a different direction than where you actually want to go? Is this what the creating of the chaos is all about? Because if you're on the wrong bus, you might want to like pull the little dingy ding and then get off the bus, across the street, get on the bus that's going in the opposite direction. Simple stuff. But some people don't know enough, and they might like take a nap on the bus, or they might close their eyes for 5 minutes and wake up 7 hours in a different part of the city. You never know. My favorite is when the bus is out of order and it's just sitting off to the side and you've been just laying in there all day, wondering what the hell, where's the bus? Why is it still going? The world. So you're stepping up. You're going through the process. You're going through the different gates of your lessons of your ascension. You're learning the lessons that you need and you're moving up. You're stepping up into the world. Right? You're learning how to put away this self-sabotage and this destructive energy, and you're learning how to transmute it into something beautiful, right? Something more beneficial. What's the cat card? Oh, the Ace of Swords. We've got some sort of non-commitment, no conversation. I doubt this closure that you're looking for is ever going to be there. So I'm going to end the reading in saying that the fact that they're not speaking to you should be closure enough to not ever visit this ever again. Because if they can't communicate to you in a normal, respectable way, without the word salad, without all the lies and the deception and the crap, then you don't need to be focusing any of more time on that. You really don't. You got bigger fish to fry. You got better things to do with your day than to waste your time with this scab. Because all they're going to do is make you just sit there and wait for nothing, to where all they're just going to bring in is lies and deception and a destruction and maybe some gaslighting. Then they're not worth your time. And this is why I say that you should just focus on living your best life. And their opinion no longer matters. The words that come out of their yap matters not anymore. They've lost all credibility to have any type of opinion about who Phoenix is. Because if they can't even communicate and have a decent conversation, they don't deserve to be in your essence of your ethers of your mind. They should not live rent free. You're welcome, Tina. Thank you, Matt. Three 3 hours and 13 minutes. 313, angel number. Let's check it out. The angel number 313 can have multiple meanings, including new beginnings. If you're feeling stuck or stagnant, 313 can mean that new growth, perspectives, and beginnings are coming your way. Angel number 313 is a message from your guardian angels reminding you of the progress you've made in life and encouraging you to keep moving forward. In love, seeing 313, whether you're single or partnered, is a reminder that it takes work and effort to find and maintain a healthy, fulfilling relationship. Cool. It also means that it's a sign that you should embrace the guidance your guardian angels are offering you. Don't ignore their messages. Trust that you are on the right path. Continue to welcome change and and empowerment into your world. Let's see what angel numbers Joanne scribes. Let's see what that one's talking about. It's a message from your angels that the strong connection you have with the angelic realm and the ascended masters is assisting you with staying positive, light, and optimistic about your life. Pay close attention to your intuition and inner wisdom as you are being angelically guided towards the next steps along your path. Trust the messages and promptings and take positive action with confidence and enthusiasm. It is time to live your truths and express yourself with clarity, purpose, passion, and love. Be a positive light to others. Angel number 313 is an indication from your angels that they are helping you to gain a positive and optimistic outlook and are helping to empower you so that you can walk your chosen path with confidence and grace. Be prepared to expand and develop your personal spirituality in new and exciting ways, and look for opportunities to creatively express yourself from the heart. Use your natural interests, talents, and personality to bring joy and upliftment to others. Angel number 313 indicates that you are surrounded by loving, positive energies. Make the most of these wonderful, auspicious energies and use them creatively to your advantage and to the benefits of others. Project your highest self. That's pretty good, I must admit. It's pretty good. I'm not even. I'm not even sure. I'll keep my comment to myself on that. Little B, breathe. It's important. I don't think the world needs that much rose water. It might throw things out of balance. Just, yes, I smoke a lot. Get over it. One of these days I won't. One of these days when I can actually fully remove myself from the cortisol hell that I reside in for, for good, I might be able to hack it. But it's the nightmares. It's the nightmares that I'm not looking forward to. Because my prophecy ends up tuning in a little bit more. And I still get what I need to get, mind you. It's a little bit more damp than when it's actually full throttle. Okay, put your hearts in the chat. I'm going to pick two people. I cut myself back because I need to conserve my energy. So I do appreciate your patience. Oh wow. Holy smoke. I'll show that. That's crazy. That's some crazy work. You're funny. Anyway, hey Kale, you need to believe in yourself more. Matt, I get a feeling that you're waiting on some sort of communication. And you should hear back by next week. If it's an email, you'll hear it back by next week. If it's a phone call, probably within the next 2 to 3 days. Phoenix, stand in your power. You have every right to live your best life. What are you so confused about, Anna? You're all foggy in your head. If you look into the past of your experience up until now, until this fogginess, what is there really to question other than the truth? The truth that you know and the truth that is in the confusion. The confusion means nothing. It's just creating that fog. The moment you take the rose colored glasses off and you see it for the truth, things are going to start changing. Some of these truths are pills that are difficult to swallow, but the moment you take accountability for your own and you leave the rest for the person that's involved is the moment you take your power back. Those messages go for anybody that particular last one goes to the collective if it resonates. The confusion is only there when you're settling. The confusion is only there when you're not ready to look at it. It's what creates the fog. It's what creates the ability to sit the fuck down and actually look at it. To face the beast. If you're not willing to face the beast, that's where the fog comes from. And you'll notice that when you're experiencing fog, it's usually because there's a beast within you that you haven't felt through yet. You haven't faced yet. And you'll notice that beast that you haven't faced yet will come to mind when you're in the fog. You'll sit with it, you'll dwell with it. Alright, everybody. I'm wishing you all a beautiful evening. It's going to be an early night tonight. I've switched my schedule a little bit. Going to try to make it the 8 to midnight kind of show where we can hang out, throw some messages, hear some chats, wisdom, and maybe soon we might have a couple people come on as guests. We'll see. But I'm not gonna put that out there just yet. One step at a time. Be good to yourself. I keep screwing it up. If you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself, so that way you can be good to others. Apparently, I have to have some sort of structure. Anyway, thank you so much for your support. Tribe strong. We'll get through this. For the ones that are working on their healing, I'm so proud of you. We're going to get through this. You're right on time. Don't rush it. Make it happen for you. Nobody else. Strengthen yourself. You got this. You are in part of the divine. I'm talking to my chosen, my earth angels, my star seeds. You're made of magic. Don't ever forget that. Till the next video, I hope you have a good evening.